If you're burying rain gutter drains, there's a few technical aspects you want to consider. Before you start digging, make sure you know where the utilities are. You don't want to hit and damage something that's going to make your job a lot more difficult. Here's the drain for the sump pump. We don't want to damage the sump pump discharge. In fact, the drain lines are going to have to go under this discharge line. When you put in drain hoses, you want to make sure that they drain downhill. If there's any freezing conditions, you want to make sure the water always exits the pipe. You don't want stagnant water just laying in a pipe. Now that we know where the utilities are, we can go ahead and start digging the trench. It's always good to have a lot of people for this part. That way you can all take turns. That way when you hit a rock, somebody can kind of jump in and help. And it's always a lot more fun when you've got more people, because we have to go underneath the discharge line. The entire drain's going to have to be a little bit deeper. We'll take our time digging around the PVC pipe because we don't want to break it. To dig a trench, you take one shovel and loosen everything up, and then take another shovel and clear it out. Take your time, drink plenty of water. Now that the discharge pipe is exposed, we can make sure the slope is in good shape. You can visually make sure everything looks like it goes downhill. There's always a rock or a brick in the way. Some places you'll have to add a little dirt back to even it out. Now we can lay the pipe in there to make sure that everything lays in there real nice. We'll put the corrugated line underneath the discharge line. This pipe needs to lay flat and downhill. You want to make sure water drains, not just sits in there. You want to test it, pour some water and watch it go through. It's easy to adjust the pipe now and make sure the water has a clear path to get away. We're going to add in another pipe from another gutter. Make sure they both drain. This one we're going to hook up to the gutter. Now, a drain line like this can be collapsed by a car. If a car is going to drive over it, you're going to want to put something thicker than this in. We'll pour more water in, double check everything, then fill it in. Don't put any big rocks right along the pipe. You could pack sand around the pipe, then put the dirt on. As you put the dirt in, compact it as you go. If you don't compact it, in a year you're going to have to put in more dirt. In a year it may dip and you may have to add a little more dirt. Rake everything flat, put some straw and grass seed on it. Now you've got invisible drain lines that'll drain.